Welcome back to Certified Examiner Training. We are covering the uncontrolled intersections in this video. On your score sheet, it's going to be right in the middle on the right side of the page, uncontrolled intersections. Only 4 errors. This one doesn't last very long. Get right into it. Remember, there are some automatic disqualifications that can happen on this test if there's an accident, right? If you have to intervene verbally or physically to avoid an imminent collision, you score that as a dangerous action. And if another car or pedestrian has to take evasive action to avoid a collision. Remember, we're saying evasive action, braking hard, and you'll have to decide where that line is between just a generic right-of-way violation, which would be the 4-point variety for failing to yield the right-of-way, or was it so dangerous that someone else had to intervene, not just you. You score that as dangerous action. Okay. The vision penalty, if the applicant fails to observe all possible areas for approaching traffic prior to entering the intersection. So generally, they're going to need to scan left and right, of course. Now, if the view is clear upon the approach to the intersection, like there's not a lot that's obstructing it, you can see clearly, don't score vision here. Speed. So the applicant fails to decrease speed as necessary before entering intersection. You'll have to decide what necessary is. They don't make any effort to slow down at all or use caution to check the intersection. Even if they do scan it, you're going to want to score speed. You could score vision and speed here if someone rockets through an uncontrolled intersection and doesn't even look. Now remember, an uncontrolled intersection is a 3- or 4-way intersection without any signed lights or traffic devices that control the traffic flow. You can be in a neighborhood where you're have a very large arterial and a very small street on the side, and the applicants are required to check that. They're also required to give a little bit of notice that they are looking and not racing through it. Remember to only score this when they're going straight. If you're turning, you will score vision or speed under the left and right turns. Next up is the stop penalty. The applicant makes an unnecessary stop at an uncontrolled intersection with an unobstructed view. So if there's nothing around, they make a complete stop and then continue on. I'm going to score this. But again, only when they're going straight. Hesitation is pretty similar. Hesitates to an almost a stop when approaching an uncontrolled intersection with an unobstructed view. Now the stop penalty and hesitation are a little different from the ones down at the very bottom of the page. You'll see under general driving performance, there is also a stop penalty and also a hesitation one. Those are a little different. This one, if you're at an uncontrolled intersection and you see the stop or hesitation penalties, you're going to score that here. We'll get to general driving performance. We get to that section up next though, following. See you then.